This is Dr. Ravu Kalusu. I'm starting my usual at the evening hour, 8 p.m. Central Time. Uh, Welcome, everybody. I have an announcement I have been making for the last couple of days. Today morning, we started the wellness based club where I intend to share my yoga practice, pranayama, meditation, and also uh, Ayurveda and other ancient methods to help us to deal with our stress and burnout. Uh, they have helped me to really rebound from the career stress and all that. But I was never burnt out in that sense because I was always going back on the spirituality, which has really established me in that peaceful, contented, abundant self within everybody. So I'm welcoming everybody to come and join me in this episode of we can explore what are the things that we would like to do in this wellness based club, whereby I'm meeting people 6 o'clock in the morning on Central Time on Zoom, and it's that people register for, then they will receive a Zoom link and with which they can join me. And I would like to with the people I'm spending time with, really exploring this ancient ways of living, basically improving our lifestyles in terms of our exercise and breathing and also the food and calming our mind on a daily basis. As you see in the information age, we are dealing with a lot of information that becoming really information overload and overwhelm and stress from the neurotic. We're becoming with all these apps and all these social media. They have their role. We can use them very, very effectively for improving our communication, skills improvement, so many ways. But this news and that too distorted news, false news, and keeping people in a certain way, or keeping them exposing to kids lots of material they are not supposed to do, and also decreasing the attention is a big problem. That is the one that I'm always worried about, how we are really not paying attention to those things, and then understanding that phenomena and developing attention span. For that, yoga and meditation and breathing, they all help a lot to calm you down in a way, and it kind of slows down your fight or flight syndrome and help with your parasympathetic system, which relaxes you quite a bit, and you become more non-reactive to trivial matters, really. Otherwise, people are winded up inside so much they're reacting. So those kind of things I wanted to address, and I wanted to make sure that people are getting uh, careful about these times of information age, with all the information we're exposed to, continuous information, relentless information, how we can really develop resilience from inside so that we can go and work things where there a lot of information, lot of multitasking, lot of hurry, there are no occasions to attend to yourself. Understanding all the work environment, developing skills, I believe we can overcome the stress and also burnout that we are going through. Especially my colleagues, the doctors have gone through a lot of stress in the pandemic too, and even before that, because of the EMRs and overload has happened quite a bit. I personally made EMR my tool rather than being punished by it. So I kind of recorded it for a lot of mundane tasks and then use the desktop very effectively to structure my work. So I did not have, but from that, also I didn't really have burnout, but like everybody else could see the dichotomy of so-called progress and then also so-called retrograde progress in the interior of people. That's where I think the ancient philosophies, ancient insight into human being, human psyche really helped us to develop a program that will be very useful for us if you can understand and develop it. First of all, we have to see what are the diversions, what are the things that our psyche in the form of habits that may not be working for us. Like why are you losing attention span? Why are you not able to stay on one particular thing at a time? That kind of thing can be understood, dealing with them, and then practice like martial arts, um, like anything that need concentration would be very wonderful to your attention span. So I teach people how to concentrate. I teach people how to really slow down the thought and also go beyond the thought, that kind of thing. So I kind of felt I need a club where with people. Of course, there will be monetary charge for that, but that is all for the expenses that we encounter to run all the things that we need for this. So I want people to understand and then support that kind of effort, and also be much more interactive with me so that I can convey my message, and then also show you the things that I have discovered. They were already there from the ancient rishis, and then incorporate that kind of skill set so that you can go and handle uh, social conditions that are developing. And you always want to act with intelligence, with resilience inside. That is the importance of this club formation. And as I was thinking about how well I can interact with them, I came up with my almost library accumulated since 1985 on yoga and other practices of ancients. And then I plan to share them in the form of, maybe I will quote and will bring you the books and show you the titles of that, and then maybe you can go and purchase them. Or maybe I can share the photographs or documents or PDFs from it on the Zoom. They can see them for themselves. Also, I can make them listen to different kinds of music. Also, most important is I can really observe what they are doing in terms of yoga practice, and see and explain the various postures, what is the basis of the posture, what is the key elements in the posture, how they can work towards them instead of being in a hurry. So it's like a practice that is taken on a long term basis. It's not that you learn in 1 hour or 1 day or 1 month either. So you need to understand your body, you need to understand what are the things that you need to do, and you can incorporate them so that your quality of life, and eventually your length of life will be better, and the way you feel about yourself in terms of energy and satisfaction with it will be better. So all these things are intended, and that's why I want a tribe, people who are really working towards this common goals, and then I can be helpful. Up until now, I have been doing yoga practice for myself, and then everybody else is on the other side. I don't know sometimes whether they are still practicing or not, or whether they have just passed on. Know. This way, I will have real students who are really serious about the practice, and who really want to learn more, who want to explore more, and they have come to a safe environment where I can interact with them by seeing them. Like I interact with my patients if I see a patient of telehealth. That's what we do, right? So like that, just seeing them and then correcting them makes it much more practical and advantage for the people who participate. So I invite everybody to go to my website slash register and register for the uh, club. And then even if few of students are there, it's good enough for me. But if there are more people who will like them to, maybe we'll have more hours in the day that I could, maybe 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the also can be done. And also, I want to address individuals. Some people asked me about back pain, some people ask me shoulder pain, some people ask me about anxiety, some people ask me about infertility, obesity, you know. So I was going to show them individually how they can enhance or increase their practice and thereby get the results sooner in a safe way. Anything is you cannot really give the intricacies of yoga practice unless they are in your presence or we can see them at least and talk to them. This is the next best thing to personally doing. I would prefer to do in a yoga studio with my students so that I can see them and I can correct them and all that, which I did before. But after the pandemic, we have to do it live. And also, the whole thing started with me when one of my friends, she's also a physician, but she had this surgery done on her shoulder and rotator cuff injury. She had to have it done. She did, but then she did not get the function back. There was some fibrosis. So she was going to physical therapy for several weeks, but no improvement. And on the other hand, she was developing pain when she moves it that way and this way. So I told her, "Oh, why don't you do micro yoga? That way you can do that." So she came in and on the clubhouse. We started a room, and then I showed her the micro yoga and the breathing and how to hear all those principles I do. She did, and then I told her to do those exercises twice, and she did. Within a week or two, she developed a significant improvement in the movement and also the pain has receded. She was very excited. She came back and then decided to run room every day. That's how it started. Then a lot of people said we could not see you. That is kind of difficult on the clubhouse audio. Then I said, okay, we will open the on the Instagram, and we did. And one of my friends suggested that because she both on the Instagram and the clubhouse. So that's how it started. I think it almost 250 episodes or maybe six something. But now I want to have interactive sessions so that I can guide people to pick up these exercises and do them in a careful way and do them in a way they will get the what the results they want. If you don't have any problem, also if you have any disease, I don't want to treat you medically online, but I want you to continue the medications. But understand your disease and then really employ this therapeutic lifestyle I teach. Thereby, you can definitely diseases or cut down the medications or maybe stop the medication already. It all depends upon where you are in the disease process and how much you can do these routines and how much disciplined you can be. So, number of factors are there, right? So, but definitely, I have done it in my practice also. I always go in of disease of anything. If there are reasons like if you are eating badly and you have diabetes, obvious you can have stop it. But how many people know that you have to have deep is a essential thing for metabolic repair of the diabetes. And also how do you go to the deep sleep? How do you without taking the medications? Without having anything given to you externally, but like how can you improve your attention span during the day and what to do before sleep and what you can do after sleep. All those things have to be understood, and then it has to be worked gently and slowly. You cannot push people on this. People have their own way of responding to their own conditioning that you have to work. So you got to have a lot of empathy and compassion to work with this kind of thing. My goal is to make people well. That means wellness oriented. Each person, each family, each society, each state, each country, we can plan like that, right? But right now, what is happening with the healthcare industry is they have hospitals, they have clinics like mine. We kind of receive patients when they come up with a complaint, basically with illness. And then we also teach them preventive care, how to have health measures and all that. But it doesn't seem to have coordinated effort and it doesn't seem to have wellness as goal. It's only getting over the illness to the same habits which produce those problems, and then thereby doing that. So, as a physician, as somebody who practices yoga, I wanted to combine both of them in a rational way, in a way that works for people, and also let them learn slowly. Whoever has really put that hope, they have improved their health. Of course, with the medications, we improve the health too. But the medications down the line, too many medications interact with each other, side effects, and all that. Suppose you have a problem to the hospital, but you have a difficulty breathing, and they diagnose pneumonia. They are treating you, but then the pneumonia is severe enough. They have to give you some steroids. Your underlying diabetes worse. So unintended, but then things can go wrong in the hospital too. So on the other hand, if you have controlled your diabetes and then you go there, you follow the same thing in the hospital also, then you would definitely not get into that kind of thing. You control a lot of things if you put the homework, if you put enough effort into that. So those kind of things I wanted to fix. It's basically it's still a service because that I'm not good to compromise. But there will be some monetization because any company, anything will lead that. As I'm getting more calls and more requests, more messages, it is taking a lot of my time too. That's why another reason is put it all together in one. I can really talk to them directly and then try to fix them. I am starting as a 1 hour in the morning, but it will be done a couple of more hours during the day and then in the evening too, as suits the different kind of people in different countries. I have followers Australia, I have in India, obviously United. So the people are aware, and I'm trying to accommodate them as far as I can. The 6 o'clock in the morning is because that's when I do my yoga too. So we can I can get that out of my way, and then I can teach them too. I don't mind doing yoga a couple of times later also, provided it fits the schedule and it is all done with a timetable. So that's why I don't have to be hurried. I don't have to really make people hurry and all that. Okay. So that is what I wanted to tell you today. And if you have any suggestions, if you have any way you want me to modify this program, you're more than welcome to come up and talk to me. I think Naneshwar is here. Let me see whether he wants to come up. So let me bring him up. So, good morning, doctor. How are you, Naneshwar? I'm great. Thank you so much, sir. How about you? I'm doing good. Okay. I was just announcing the formation of this wellness club I was talking about, and I was telling them what were the reasons, what were intentions, and all that. So, you have any suggestions, Naneshwar, or any comment that? Uh, so you wanted to modifications be done, right? No, no, we just started. So we any what do you think some formation of a club like that to receive them on Zoom and then following them and then guiding them, you know? We can do that, but the only thing is, from my side, because I have been I'm in India and the crowd is like that. Yeah. See, the crowd evening peak hours will be after 7 o'clock in the evening Indian Standard Time. Okay. So if you arrange a session, maybe it will be early morning for you. Yeah. There. No, no. You can try if you can. Yeah, I have one in the evening also. And regarding Zoom, and regarding okay, it will be morning for you. When I do in the evening, that will be morning for you. There's one session at 7 p.m. my time. Yours will be 6:30 a.m. These two, and then because some people came from, yeah, because they had this problem in the evening, they were working or not able to come and all that. So I opened at 7, and then these people are coming for specialized consulting or coaching and all that. But now this will all come under the club because I didn't want to make it too much burden for them. So I kind of put it like this wellness club will cover a lot of things. For example, you can come to my Facebook group and leave message and contact me and all that. And also you can as much intense as you want through the month. You know, so there is no restrictions. Small fee, and then they can come number of times all the month. And I have the opportunity to share with my library of books and musical library and PDFs, all those things I can share on the Zoom. That's a lot of thinking went into that because I can consolidate all the messages, everything. A lot of people asked me about back pain, but I was doing in specific asanas for a long time. But some people have to be careful. So determine and then giving them the asana basics and also depends upon person, right? So all those things, if I see them, I can exactly. Yeah, do, and they also bond with me, and I can bond with them. Maybe some friendship, some camaraderie, understanding them. My main thing is how can I spread the message of wellness? How can I introduce the things that work for me, and the people are not able to get to that because they're all in a hurry all the time. You know, they don't have the time to study these things. You know? So when people like me who spend time, obviously it's our duty to share that. You know, so yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yes. Mm. Yeah. 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 Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. Very, very. That's another thing too, because I teach them COVID coping skills for a long time. I have doing that during the pandemic. You know. So weekend, yeah, it is available. My morning and evenings, I don't take time off unless I have something else coming up, like a travel. I'll warn them beforehand. But most of the days, if I'm available in the morning and the evening, I do them. And people are asking for those special coaching or training sessions. And once in a while, not every day. This club is going to be for the month long. You know, it's not going to be weekdays only. Weekends also will be because I feel good when I do the yoga with them. You know, it's not like a punishment for me. And also, lots of times I can direct them. I don't have to do it also if I don't want to, and then I can direct them, instruct them, and then also show them some videos or some of the things that I have to improve their practices. You know, either way, they have the opportunity. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, I'm not talking about the rooms. I'm not talking about the room. There is a room where I'm doing with Sania Sander. I think that is on Sunday morning, 9 o'clock our time. You know, 10 Eastern. Probably it's 8 p.m. You know, on Sunday evening. Probably this is started organization. We did one room a day, and actually she takes care of the moderating. I'm the moderator there too, but I kind of there to answer as an expert, you know, for the questions of the audience, and that we are going to do for a while, you know. Yeah, that is already started, Ganesh. Then you can, you know, you are following me, you will know where I am usually, you know. So they will let you know where I am to the clubhouse. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. But the replays on the clubhouse. No, no, Graneshwar. The replays are there for that. Yeah, yeah. Aim is Gnaneshwar. Gnaneshwar, my aim is I not bother about the crowds. Even one person comes, I want to serve that person. So I don't really bother about the crowd as much as the people who are really interested and who want to really sincere about their effort. So I mean, I have get into a lot of clubs, so that's not the thing. Main thing is how can I make the best use of this dissipation of knowledge to people. Yeah, not only just clubhouse. Right now I'm open on the wisdom, Instagram, and Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and also YouTube. So all the are open. No, no, this yoga club is not going to be like Naneshwar. Yoga club is going to be only on Zoom. Okay, but these other talks that I have started Sunday, they will be on Instagram and also on the YouTube and also this house and wisdom app. Yeah. Yeah. So close. Yeah, yeah. Clubhouse is like a more like are there, and but they listen to these replays. That is what I see after them, whether they have listened or not. I get the notification. So a lot of people listen to the. So even I'm talking to one. There's so many people come in there. So yeah. 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 Hi Anmal, how are you? That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Sure, Ganesh. Yeah, Anmal, go ahead. How are you? I'm doing good. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Anmal. What is that? You're cutting on more. Costochondritis. Yeah, that's a kind of um arthritis like, but the more cartilage is involved too. So there are, it depends upon which joint you had, and then there is a way to calm the joint. Okay, okay. Yeah, that is weakness of the chest muscles too. Yeah. Yeah, you have to really work on that rib and uh, the breastbone connection where it happens, and that is weakness of the chest wall muscles too. So you can improve that, and it will be. Are you a thin-chested person or a thick-chested person? And yeah, okay. And so then you have to improve that muscle tone and muscle strength there by doing some exercise. Yoga can do that very well, you know. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. It can be. Yeah, it can be done. But yeah, I know. You can have the feel, especially when you expand your chest or you're taking sometimes it can hurt, can be fixed slowly, provided you understand what kind of yoga practices you have to do. and you have to build it up slowly. So these are the things I wanted to guide people so that they can do them safely, slowly but steadily, and so knowing from when to really push, when to not, and all. See, if I say you something like do this process, you will do them, but you don't know how to really understand what is important for you, it is not, and how should you be careful. Those kind of things. If I can see people, I tell them, okay, don't put your hands like that, like guide them during the asana practice. Yeah, I definitely would like to see you in the club too, Anmol. Come in, and then that will be, if you go and register, then we can send you the Zoom link. And today morning also we started, people came, and then we were did tomorrow morning also I'm going to do. Then I'll be leaving the town for the day, but the next morning again I'll be back in the town. I'm a physician, so I go out on some things too. But then I let you know, I'm very disciplined because of yoga. Anmol. So I don't have to do anything to be disciplined. It's automatic there in the yoga. That's a wonderful thing with it. Even in the morning also, I get up without any alarm. And it's so disciplined. There's so much added to my life. I can sleep deeply, and then I get up in the morning. 5 o'clock, I'm up. So my done but sometimes I go 1 o'clock or so, right, because of the work nature. But I get up 5 o'clock. That's it. It's a good thing. Before before it is before. Yeah. Yeah. What do you do, Anmol? What do you work as? Yeah. Sure. Okay. Very good. Very good. So, uh, anything else you want to ask? Okay, that's fine. He's gone. All right. Everybody that are joining me here. Uh, okay. Uh, what's the time now? 8:30. Okay. I planned only 15 minutes just to introduce this club. If anyone wants to come on the um, Instagram or on the Wisdom, I'll be happy to chat with you. Uh, okay, then, if you're all satisfied, whatever I have to say, uh, there are people coming on the clubhouse also. So let's see if anybody wants to. Okay. All right. If everybody is satisfied with what we have to talk about, I will see people who join my club tomorrow morning, 6 o'clock Central Time, US, and 5:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time, because some of the Indians come and join me there too. So this is started today, and it will be continued. And I hope to reach many people directly through Zoom and share all that I wanted to share. Mainly spread this message of wellness as a physician, as a yoga practitioner. I want to see that we are not getting ill that easily, and we are maintaining our wellness through long years of life. Okay, I wish that to all of you, and if everybody is satisfied